The Terraria Calamity mod just dropped a whole new mod where you can play the 2017 version of the Calamity mod. This includes the original boss fights, weapons, and even all the sprites are the same. This is insanely nostalgic, so we gotta check this out. We are here with a super exciting video in my opinion because the Calamity developers released a classic version of their own mod. Back when Calamity was nice and simple and just like a decent sized content mod with a couple bosses and new items when times are a lot simpler. And as you can see, they're pretty faithful to the original version of the mod. They got all the OG sprites for mostly everything. Dang, there's so many weapons. You can definitely tell the sprites have come a long way, but this is just a very cool idea. I really like this a lot. Now, in terms of biomes, we know Calamity changes a lot, but as we can see here, bro, there's nothing. There's nothing but a little tiny place in the bottom left, and I don't even remember if this was in the all the way bottom left before. I felt like it was more like here, but since you know there's a little ashwood biome now, I guess they moved it over. But yeah, this is legitimately the only biome that exists in this. That's crazy. Yeah, we're just gonna go through some things here, just see some nostalgic things here. Man, look at the sprites. It's really crazy to see how far the Calamity mod has come. But yeah, let's go through all the bosses. Are they on the boss list? I don't think so. So that means I'm just gonna have to figure it out. Okay, I got it. I can remember probably. Let's start with, of course, the Desert Scourge. I am on master mode. I don't know if they'll have any special attacks because master mode didn't exist when this mod update was a thing. But look at this, bro. This is probably my favorite Desert Scourge. Is this blue one or maybe even the red one? The red and blue one, it was a little ugly, but that's just what things look like back then. This blue one looks so rejuvenated and full of life. The Desert Scourge we got today is so crusty and nasty. It still looks cool for a worm boss, but this is the one that I missed, the one full of life. Now his fight is probably very basic, as we're gonna see, because a lot of just modded Terraria boss fights in general have come a long way. But this is the Desert Scourge, y'all. Even on master mode, expert mode, whatever, this is him. Just a big worm boss. Not much to see. So these next two bosses I think are fairly similar to what they are nowadays, and that is the Hive Mine and the Perforators. Well, I don't know actually, because the Perforators I think went through a good bit of changes, but the Hive Mine, I think the Hive Mine is fairly similar to what it is. Boom. Just a literally purple version of the Brain of Cthulhu. I'll be honest, I haven't played the Calamity Mod in a minute, so I don't even remember what the Hive Mine does. But he was just a pretty much purple version of the Brain of Cthulhu here. Does he have any other special attacks? Does he even spawn things? Oh, he does spawn things, the little dank creepers. So yeah, legitimately a purple version of the Brain of Cthulhu with a couple of different attacks. He's got the rain clouds, the little spitting projectiles, but he even has the creepers that the Brain has. But this was sick at the time, having like the opposite of the bosses in each Corruption Crimson variation. Kind of cool. Oh, he's infuriated. Watch out, y'all. That boy spawning in some dark hearts. But at the time, yeah, this is kind of revolutionary to have, you know, a brain for the corruption and an eater for the crimson. I think the Perforators might have been one of my favorite. They might have been one of my favorite bosses from the mod, was these dudes, because I think it was a really cool idea that it's literally 3 different worms. It's just a unique idea. We haven't seen that before. Even if it is a worm boss, this is back before worm bosses became insanely oversaturated. Yeah, these guys are cool. I messed with them. I had no problem with them back in the day. I think nowadays, isn't a Perforator like also like a smaller like heart or brain segment part of it? I don't remember, but that boss has probably changed the most out of the two here. And I think we're coming up to our final pre-hard mode boss, which is pretty crazy because there's a decent amount of bosses now in the mod, and that is Slime God. Wait, where's the other ones? What the heck? Hold on, I might have to spawn this legitimately. Boom. Bring them out. Oh yeah, the original Slime God boss fight. Look at this. Levitating purple and red king slimes pretty much. This was low-key a tough fight back in the day because there's a lot going on. You do damage to these guys, you know, they drop the smaller dudes and you gotta worry about all of them. It's kind of like an earlier version of the Queen Slime, bro. Maybe Relogic got inspiration of the Queen Slime from these because they fly around, they spawn in tons of minions that shoot projectiles. Come on now, Relogic, you ain't slick. Give the Calamity mod his props. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed this. I have no problem with the current slime god. I think it's fine, but I think I definitely enjoyed this fight a lot more. I think I enjoyed just like the older version more. Maybe that's just nostalgia speaking, but I feel like Calamity is so huge now that it's really something you gotta sit down and take in. Pause, maybe? It's not like a mod that you could just throw in as an addition. It really just takes over the whole game. But back then, it's something you just throw into a mod pack. Let's say hi to our boy, the OG Crowen. Damn, there is a lot of them. I don't even know which one to spawn. Probably the one with the most health. I don't think this dude has changed that much from current day Crowen. It's still fairly similar from what I remember. But I think he is easier to kill, maybe because he doesn't have like a lot of transformations. I really don't know. Like I said, I haven't really touched the Calamity bosses in a minute, but let's go ahead, let's beat him up a little bit, and slowly over time he should crack until it's just him, the core. So we had to beat him up a couple of times. Like, yeah, I don't think this happens to the modern day one. You don't have to fight like 4 phases. I think it's like 1, 2, maybe 3 phases, but this one just keeps going. Like, look at this, he keeps going. This is like the 5th phase. And then we get down to his core where he's literally just an ice cube. Hold up. It's time to switch to the Zenith now, right? We're getting into hard mode. Things are harder to kill. But boom. That's OG Crowen. I remember him being kind of tough. Okay, this is where my knowledge gets a little wacky. I think we fight the elemental brimstone down here. Does that even exist? Does that exist? Oh, shoot. I don't even know if that exists. The elemental brimstone don't exist. I thought that was a fairly early Calamity thing. I guess not. Damn. Okay, well, I don't think it's Plaguebringer, but we'll just do Plaguebringer next anyways. Why not? 78k health. Now this was another revolutionary fight. This was sick, just having another big jungle boss, let alone a hard mode one that has 80k health. I am in master mode, but still, that's a lot of health. Now the thing is, I don't remember this OG fight that much. Does it do like the missile locking stuff or what? Or is it just a harder version of the Queen Bee? It might have just been a harder version of the Queen Bee with a lot more health and obviously a plague theme. Oh my god, now I remember, it summons a second one. Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm literally getting flashbacks of some of my OG playthroughs. You guys should check out the OG playthroughs. They're still on the channel. Very nostalgic. Yeah, look. Nuke Barrage arm preparing for launch. So he does do the missile stuff. That was crazy. That was revolutionary. Same thing with him just spawning like a shadow or a shade of himself. Like this was sick back in the day. And then next, we'll go ahead and do the Leviathan. Because the Leviathan, damn, there's a lot of health. Does he really have that much health? We'll bring in the Siren. Do we have to bring them both? Ew, this dude is nasty looking. That is crazy how much sprites have changed. Look how big he is too. He's pretty big in modern day Calamity, but he's gigantic in this. But I remember Leviathan was such a funny boss because there'd be those times where like in a summoner playthrough, I'll be fishing at the ocean or doing something at the ocean, and then my summons would accidentally kill the Siren lure, and then boom, next thing I know, I'm fighting a Leviathan. So this was a funny boss fight. This is one of the later boss fights, I think, though. This might have been like the last boss they added. I don't know. I remember the Leviathan being a later thing, but the fight is still pretty much the same. You know, you kill the little lure, the Siren, and then you kill the Leviathan after. Oh, but look, the Leviathan just dies once you kill the Siren. It's kind of crazy because I think you got to kill both of them. Don't you got to kill both of them nowadays? Now, this is where it gets kind of weird because I think Calamity is just a post-mech boss. Look, only 27k health. I think Supreme Cal might be in this version. As you can see, there's another one with, was that 3 million health? So this is another fight that I do remember. Damn, what playthrough was that? I think it was the modded mage playthrough from the first season of modded Terraria I did. It was the first season, and I remember I had the mod installed, and I remember fighting Calamity in that. Now, the Calamity mod might have been a late installation mod in the series, but I'll pop the video up on the screen, or at least the thumbnail, so you know what to look for if you want to watch that. But I definitely remember fighting Calamity for the first time. The fight just seems like a very stronger version of one of the twins, you know, Retinazer here. Now, I don't know if she's gonna spawn in her brothers. She might. Let's see what happens when we get her low. There you go. Yeah, look at that. She brought in her brothers. So now there's her, Cataclysm, and Catastrophe. Crazy. This was a tough fight, I think. It's either a tough fight or it was okay, because fighting 3, you go from the twins to 3, your triplets pretty much, kind of crazy. And if you don't kill her, the 2 brothers come back. Like that's a cool fight. That's really unique. So I definitely would say that who the hell are you? Well, why are you guys alive? I'll definitely say that Calamity definitely was one of those mods that had probably some of the more unique boss fights early on in Team Mod Loader's history. We are now post Moonlord, and this is where things got insane in Calamity, is the post Moonlord bosses, because not a lot of mods had them at the time. So I think we need to fight like the 3 Guardians or whatever the hell they're called. So Ceaseless Void, Signis, and the Stormweaver. Yo, Stormweaver is so tiny. Look at him. How adorable. So he takes no damage. We gotta like hit him in the head or something. I don't even remember the boss fight at all. Do we gotta kill all his drones? Maybe it's kill all the drones. I don't remember. Maybe it's his tail. It might be his tail. Yeah, it's definitely his tail. I do remember him being a little bit of a hassle though, just because of his high defense and he can only get hit in like 1 or 2 spots. Kind of the same thing with the Devourer Gods, but there you go. Oh shoot, phase 2 broke his armor off. Now this is the phase where it's a little bit easier, a little bit more doable. Where'd he go? My boy gave up. Oh, there he is. One boy left. He went to go get like a drink or something. There you go. He's dead. That was a hard boss fight. I was chasing this dude around the damn map. Okay, Signis is next. Oh, we got a little bit of a Dungeon Guardian problem. You're gonna just hear a bunch of Dungeon Guardians dying in the background. It's fine. So, my bad. Ceaseless Void, not Signis. Ceaseless Void was cool because he had like the super high defense, and then you had to break the portals to damage him, which was pretty cool, pretty different. But he was another one I consider he was pretty easy. He's still easy today too, because this fight is pretty similar to what it is. So he wasn't too bad. And then we get to our boy here, Signis. I remember Signis beating my ass a couple times. But the thing is, I don't remember if that's like semi-recent Calamity or if it was back in the day like this. But I remember him hurting. And as you can see, he kind of tanky too. This is back when Calamity had the numbers, bro. Back when there was big numbers, there was damage caps, all of that. Insta-killing in God mode, like, this is back when Calamity was crazy. And ew, look at him. Nasty. I might have to pull out some Calamity items here. Like, I'm talking about armor and weaponry, because you know when the Zenith starts taking a while, we gotta take out some weapons from the mods and some accessories and stuff too, because 450k health, that's kind of crazy. Even for post Moonlord, that's still pretty crazy. I think it's because we got it on master mode, but god damn, that was a long ass fight, bro. Now I believe we come to my favorite boss fight of all time in Calamity, and that is OG Devourer of Gods. If you watch OG Game Raiders, you know me and this dude had beef for the longest time, because he used to kick my ass, and then after a while I started kicking his ass. But OG Devourer of Gods was no joke. I don't know if this is the OG fight, it might be, but this dude used to be super speed, and then he would like damn near insta kill you. You get hit like 3 times, it's over. You got to be constantly moving fighting this guy, and that was such a tough fight to learn and figure out how to like survive. I think it was the OG Ranger playthrough where I fought him, and he was giving me trouble, man. He was giving me trouble. And also you can only hit him in the tail and in the head, so you add that to the fight and how much damage he did, it was crazy. It was a matchup for the century. I'm using some of the OG weapons here. I'm using the OG Muramasa. I don't know if it's as OP as it is. Well, it's not really that OP anymore, is it? Things a little bit calm down. Oh yeah, actually I don't know, maybe it is still a little OP back then. Damn, beating his ass right there. Show that tail again and see what happens. Oh, there it is. There's the tail. Come on, let me get some hits on that. Let me get some hits on that. Oh, I can't do any more damage to it. I think that means we gotta hit him in the head now. But yeah, this is probably one of the toughest Terraria boss fights I've ever dealt with, is this guy. And this is talking about OG Terraria. Nowadays, Terraria, like every boss fight's insanely hard. Everybody's gotten to the point where all bosses are like super bosses if you play in like the harder difficulty mods and stuff. But back then, there's only a handful of things like that. And it would be like dudes like this, and it would be like Blue Magic's mods, you know, Spirit of Purity, Spirit of Chaos. Now, those were the OG hard bosses that I missed right there, man. Those give memories, but there you go. Devourer of Gods gone. No second phase. Nothing. That was the fight, and if we bring him in again, let's just see how much damage he does. This is with master mode on too, so let's just see. Will he come through and just like one tap me, or will my armor that I'm wearing save me? Oh my god, he himself didn't even hit me. That was just 3 projectiles. And then we got a couple more post Moonlord guys left here, starting with Providence. Now I don't remember if Providence starts with the Profane Guardians or not. Let's see. I don't remember. She's so big she don't even fit on the screen. See, I don't remember if you fight the Profane Guardian separate or if you fight her Okay, no, okay, they joined the fight because I think they're separate now, right? They're a completely separate boss fight. But this was another cool boss fight just because of how big some of these bosses were, and she was definitely one of them. This is a hard boss fight because she's so far away, and the Murmasa is such a short-range weapon. I have to like cheese her without bringing her outside of the hollowed biome because she doesn't take damage if she's even like an inch outside of the hollowed biome. But yeah, Providence was cool. I didn't have a problem with Providence. But then we get to the big boy known as the Jungle Dragon. Our boy Yaren. I miss fighting this dude. I miss fighting him. I don't even know what his current day fight is like. But all I remember with him is gigantic fire tornadoes. That's all I remember with him. Oh, there they are, baby. I think he still has them. But this is definitely one of the more memorable fights. Look at his boss portrait. This dude was low-key ugly as hell, but he still had a charm to him, you know? He's like a charming ugly. Like, look at the size of this fire tornado. He would section off like a whole part of the arena. And I remember you would have to like make the whole jungle flat to fight him. Because I think he's also another boss. You bring him outside of the biome, he doesn't take damage or he might insta-kill you. But this is a long fight. He's got 1,000,000 health, 1,000,000,000 health, 1,000,000,000,000, a gazillion. He got a lot of health though. I definitely remember the end of this boss fight being pretty chaotic. You got a lot of projectiles shooting out. I don't even know if that's him shooting projectiles or if it's these dudes. Yo, I remember that thing used to kill me sometimes. He had that little martyrdom at the end. Can these dudes leave me alone? Like, I killed your boss already, bro. Leave me alone. I can't despawn them either. They won't disappear. But yeah, that was Yaren. And then now I believe is Supreme Cal, which I'm very, very interested to see the Supreme Cal boss fight and how it was before. Now, I have beaten Supreme Cal once, ever, legitimately, like in a playthrough. If you guys never heard the story, I was streaming my throwing modded playthrough. And then somebody came into the stream and they donated like $60, $70 and they were like, beat Supreme Cal. And I was like, all right, bet, I'll do it. And that's what I did. I sat there and I beat Supreme Cal. This is back before the fight was a little bit less annoying because I feel like Supreme Cal now is a little bit too long of a fight. But let's see. I don't remember if it was this version or not. We are really about to see, huh? I don't know if it was this version. I might have to watch the video myself. You know what? I'm gonna do that. While I sit here and fight her with this 8 billion health that she has, I think I'm gonna try and find the video and see what version it was. So this Supreme Cal fight is a lot more basic compared to the modern one, and I actually found the video where I fought and beat Supreme Cal as a thrower class, and it was more of the modern version than this one. That's a little bit surprising. That means I sat there and beat the you know, the harder one instead of this one where it's just, you know, sort of just attack it and survive rather than like a whole ass, you know, projectile dodging tests, bullet hell, and then the little boss fights on the side. I still haven't seen our brothers, and this has been taking a long time sitting here killing her. So I'm surprised. Oh, there we go. There they are. Speak of the devils. That boy is nasty. Which one is that? That boy Cataclysm is nasty. That boy got pimples everywhere. Not too much here to show off in terms of that fight though. It's still, you know, fairly basic, just a big ass health bar. But nostalgic nonetheless. That was just amazing seeing all those bosses again. But let's go ahead and zoom through the rest of this video. There's just a couple of enemies to see, you know, a couple of old versions. Boldor, does that even exist? I don't think that exists anymore. The old gem crawler sprites definitely fit Vanilla Terraria a little bit more. Cosmic Lantern, we got the old Cosmic Elemental. Dark Energy, what is that? That looks like that's just a projectile. Cultist Assassins, yo, those dudes look sick. Earth Elemental, the OG Earth Elemental is when he was just like a giant like Pegasus. I remember a lot of these sprites. I actually remember a bunch of these. We got the Sand Tortoise, okay. It's pretty much a resprite of the regular tortoises. What is this? Ungodly Serpent. Ew, what is this thing? I feel like I don't remember this thing. This thing is nasty looking. Somebody in the comments gotta let me know where that thing's from. I feel like I barely remember that thing. Yo, everyone's favorite. Oh, where'd it go? Nah, you ain't running like that. We gotta see you. We need to see you. She's running. Is it because it's not raining? I think it's because it's not raining. We can't see everyone's favorite waifu, bro. Look. She's hiding from us. That's sad. But yeah, quick look through all the OG weapons. I already showed you these boys, the Murmasa. And then we got my favorite summon weapon of all time from the mod, and that is Yaren's Kindle Staff. where you summon a bunch of baby versions of him. We got other classics like the P90. This thing was crazy. This is just with regular bullets. Like how many bullets we shoot? This thing was crazy. You put some good bullets on it and this thing did damage. I guess let's just take out some random weapons. Mega Fleet. What is that? Is that a rocket? That's not like a rocket type of weapon. It's a Fallen Star type of weapon. That's the type of weapon. Yo, this thing crazy. And then we got the old Triactus Paladin Hammer. This one is a classic. I used to use that all the time as like my main weapon to kill things for videos. And there's just so many nostalgic weapons. I wonder how many of these weapons are still exactly the same. Probably not too many. I'm assuming a lot of these have updated like crazy throughout the years. Like they got to, right? No way a bunch of these are even nearly the same to what they are. Yo, the Azathoth. I remember the Azathoth. This thing does more damage than the Terrarian, right? Oh my god. Is this still in the mod? I really have no clue. I don't really keep track of everything that goes on with the mod. And then the OG Crystal Crusher. The OG one. Not the Crystal Crusher that shoots the laser. Wait, let me see. Maybe it does shoot the laser if we right click. Nah, that don't even exist. It doesn't shoot no damn laser. This is the Crystal Crusher, which is amazing. I miss this version of the Crystal Crusher. This thing was sick. The modern one is alright with the laser, but this was the fastest pickaxe in Terraria. This is responsible for one of my biggest videos I've ever made. But yeah, it really is just so much nostalgia, and I'm happy that they did this. This is probably my favorite thing the Calamity Mod's ever done is something like this. I kind of hope more mods in the future do stuff like this. Again, this is another moment of Calamity leading the way for something very revolutionary and cool that I think other mods should, you know, look at and do. I know I joke around a lot with the Calamity Mod and talk about it in a joking way all the time, but I really respect the mod. It's done a lot for modded Terraria. Like it literally put modded Terraria on the map. Make sure to check it out. Shout out all the mod developers that worked on it or have been working on Calamity since this is what it looks like, because that's a while now. It's very cool. I do wonder if the regular Calamity version and this work together. I feel like it probably doesn't, which would make sense, but I don't know. That's maybe something y'all can play around with. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Videos should be popping up on the screen. Some of them might just be, you know, some of the old Calamity videos I was talking about when I fought some bosses and stuff way back in the day. So go ahead and check those out. But I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.